Well, I had a nice haul at the flea market today. 30 bucks total spent. Got some nice items. First item is you all recognize that if you've been around a long time, soldering iron. Copperhead. Nice. Well made. I used that when I was a kid. That was a while ago. Secondly, this nice Jorgensen clamp, 4-inch clamp. A lot of patina and rust here to be handled, but this one will turn out very nice. They make a great clamp. Next item is a level. And this all metal level. Really got 3 vials in it. Looking forward to restoring this one. I think this will look very nice. Lastly, I got some pliers. This nice pair of Crowder pliers, strong, well made. You know, they make good tools, of course. Don't know when this was made. I'll have to do some research on these. Nice handles on them. Next is a pair of channel lock pliers. Don't have any channel lock pliers. I have channel locks. Again, a little different design and shape, but look to be well made. Interesting handles on them. Next, Diamond Tools. Diamond Tools makes great tools. All their wrenches are just terrific, and these pliers are no exception. Nicely made, nicely finished. This will be a nice item. And last, a pair of pliers made by Challenger. Don't really have any Challenger tools. Pair of mini pliers, has a nice handle on it, and but these are nice tools in addition to being nice restorations. Looking forward to it. But that's my haul for today, so wanted to share it with you. And the first item we're going to look at today from the collection, this nice soldering iron, wooden handle, brass nut, steel rod, and a copper tip. This has been used for thousands of years. You heat the tip, you use the tip to heat the material that you're going to solder. What's different about this one is the copper tip. Soldering was invented 5,000 years ago in Mesopotamia. And if you're like me, I had to go to the internet to get refreshed. Maybe I studied that in geography class some many moons ago, but didn't remember a lot about it except that it was in the Middle East, in one of the ancient countries. So soldering was invented in Mesopotamia about 5,000 years ago. Mesopotamia existed from 3300 BC to 750 BC. So it's been quite a few centuries since they were even in existence. The country itself was comprised of areas that are today part of Iraq, Iran, Syria, Kuwait, Turkey, and was quite a large country, a well-advanced civilization. Some other items they invented, number one was metallurgy, and of course the soldering went along with making the metals into useful items. Originally, one of the early items were swords used in fighting, and all the accessories to go with it. Of course, they required soldering. Other items they invented were the sailboat, the wheel, the daddy of all inventions, the plow. I actually invented the game of checkers too, and had also responsible for the first written language. Came from them. Why copper tip? Okay, copper tips on soldering irons are used a lot today when in copper roofs and gutters. And why do you use a copper tip? Well, it's compatible with the copper that you're doing. It does the right temperature. A steel tip is a little different temperature, and this works a lot better. And of course, a lot of soldering today is done with flames. But you don't want to use flames on copper because copper scorches. And if you scorch the copper, then you've got a mess on your hands. You'll have to redo the project. And here's some additional information on Mesopotamia. It shows the metal. This is basically the area of the country of Mesopotamia. You can see Egypt over here and Arabian Desert. Here's the metals that were produced in the area in the Middle East. Arsenic, copper, tin, iron, gold, silver, and lead. And these products, of course, were used in their manufacturing, and that's where they tied in with the soldering. So we're going to do our restore, and of course, here it is. Completely redone. Nice wooden handle. Handle was scraped and sanded, stained a nice oak color. Turned out beautiful. The brass nut on here, and of course the steel shank, and then the copper tip. This item's still useful today and has been used for thousands of years. So I heard that a lot of the Hispanic workers that do a lot of the roofing, roofs and gutters in copper in this area, they prefer using this iron, the one that you heat. It's what they prefer to use. They're craftsmen, and they feel like it's the best item to use in manufacturing their copper roofs and gutters. The other item I'm working on today is this Goodell Pratt level. It's a cast iron, really solid object. You can see it had been painted black, actually in a fairly good condition. Of course, a lot of it worn, some of it corroded, but for its age, around 100 years old. When I took the cover off the vial, of course, you can see it was pretty crappy, but of course, it needed a clean up inside and out, and that's what we do. And here it is, restored. I decided not to go with the black inside. I went with a nice red color. Used a colonial red gloss and made it turn out real nice. You can see, polish the outside edges. It's just a work of art. Well made. It's solid. It works just like a new level. It couldn't work any better. And now it looks great. So let's talk a little bit about Goodell Pratt Company, the one who invented this product and marketed it. They were established, the original owner, Mr. Pratt, was born in 1802 and established a lot of different companies, mainly the Pratt Company. Over the years, they merged and became Goodell Pratt, but they were tied in with a lot of important companies over the years. Starrett, Miller's Falls, all premium tool makers, and they themselves had a huge offering of tools. Here's a little information from their 1926 catalog. They call themselves Toolsmiths, and I believe they registered, trademarked that name. It's trademarked. They noted on here. This is their 16th catalog, which was put out in 1926. As you can see, they were in Greenfield, Massachusetts, and they had operations in New York, Buenos Aires, Sydney, Australia, Chicago, Milano, Italy, Rio de Janeiro, and London. So they were a worldwide company with many hundreds of employees, made a huge amount of real quality products. And here's the catalog page from that catalog. Iron bench levels. So they're made of well-seasoned gray iron castings with tops and bottoms accurately ground and the edges polished. Each level is fitted with one high-grade level and 2 plumb vials accurately set. Bodies and frames finished in glossy black enamel. And here's the one that we're restoring today. It was in the catalog, a 9-inch length one. It was sold for $2.65, which at that time in the 1920s was a fairly expensive tool. But these tools were well made to last the 100 years or more, which this one has. And here it is again. Quite pleased with this item. First time I've done a level. And there's our restorations for the day. Nice items, fully restored. Thanks for listening to my story about the tools and the history. I enjoyed it, and I hope you did too.